Yo, 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 yo. Hey, how's it going? Everybody's good to see people joining the chat already. How's it going, everybody? And welcome to my safe gay Ven. Thank you so much for joining us live from Gotham City. Because I don't know if y'all know, in the comics, Gotham City is located in Jersey. So I'm like, I don't know if I should be ashamed of that or if that's a little flex, but yeah, Gotham City's basically Camden. But as you guys know, if you couldn't tell from the title, we are here to talk live spoilers for one of the most anticipated movies of 2022, Matt Reeves' The Batman. And as you always know, I don't like to do these lives alone. And these people have pretty much been with me since the beginning of when I started going live. And I'm also glad that they get such a great response here on the channel, despite their severe medical condition of heterosexuality. Like it's uncurable, unfortunately, but we still love them despite all of that. So we're gonna bring our first person on the show that people love, and I always love getting her opinions and everything like that, and talking about, and also with that, like, she's a big DC. She started with DC, so this is really her thing. But I don't know. I'm a little worried about her opinion because she still watches The Flash on CW, so we can't let that go over here. So I don't know. It might be a little iffy over here, but let's bring on fantastic Frankie to the stream.
Yeah. Y'all gonna leave the Flash alone. Y'all gonna leave the Flash alone, y'all. What's up? My name's Fantastic Frankie. I'm the resident girl, I guess. Dang, you said
my bad. Yeah, as soon as you said it was the stream.
You hate the Flash that much?
Yeah, I hate the Flash that much.
I am your CW, I guess, expert. I'm one of the 10 people who are still watching. And yeah, I'm excited to be here. If you guys wanna log onto my channel, I'm at Fantastic Frankie, Frankey.
Oh, dang, yeah, he hit that button real quick. No, I ain't do that. I ain't do it on purpose. I meant to make your screen bigger.
You said the Flash. Okay. I see what type of night this finna be. Say less. Yeah.
All right, next person we're bringing on. You know him, you love him. You know, he got his own podcast now. This man's coming up in the world. Got 1 million followers on his website. And you know, we always gotta have an old grandpa type man on the show. Like,
my dad don't be up this late.
Grumpy old man. Get off my lawn. So yeah, let's bring him on. Ron, you don't read comics.
I'm younger than you though.
Damn. You don't act like it.
You're right.
You whippersnappers.
Yeah. And this Frankie, it's just hard to trust you when we know that, like, that's your opinion, that you like the Flash. Like,
look. You know? Did I say? Look, do I ever say I like the Flash, or am I saying I'm watching the Flash?
If you're watching it, I mean you like it.
No, it means I'm sick. Okay, you never. It don't mean I like it. I can't stop watching it. Yeah, we all watched Game of Thrones season 8. Who stopped midway? Who?
That's different.
No
Flash is bad for a long time. More than one season.
Game of Thrones. You mentioned one season.
Yeah. Compared to like 5 bad seasons.
No. Season two. If we're going Game of Thrones, like 3 seasons were pretty bad, but 8 was just like egregious. But Flash had a good 2 seasons. 3 and a half. 4.
What season are they on now? Like 8?
Huh?
It's on season now.
They on like season 8 now? Yeah.
What? This ain't.
Yeah, I thought she could hear.
Okay, it's on season 8. All right, I hear that. I heard we getting a season 9.
Why?
Me. Anyway. I feel like it's my fault. Just like.
Does it have the highest ratings of the CW shows or not?
No, I think Legends of Tomorrow or Superman and Lois May, which is actually pretty good. You guys will like it. But it's the same with the Wonder Twins. I feel like I put that in the ether, and now that's coming out too. So I'm gonna just stop.
but anyway, Ron, real quick, if you want to introduce yourself and if you want to bring the kids on, because we hear them in the background.
We hear them giggling.
Yes, Simone.
But yeah, introduce yourself. Plug your podcast because you can forget to do that.
I'm Ron from Zoe Comics. I am probably like the biggest comic book reader out there in like the Black sphere. At my site, I review comic books every week. You can check it out. I give recommendations. Editorials, all that good stuff. And I recently started a podcast, Unstandardized Podcast, and I've been talking to a lot of dope Black creators, including these two guys.
Yeah, we made it on.
We made it on after a little while. It took a little bit. We had to beg to get on this man's show.
Oh my
Speaking of begging, Ron talking about he's one of the biggest comic book readers of all time. Tell me why Frankey had to beg this man. Beg this man. This man, Frankie's been asking us for Ron to send her Moon Knight comics. Because, the show's coming up. So, we want to be on it in terms of the comics and everything like that. Frankie asked him like a month ago to send
2 months, January.
Oh, dang.
When
2 months.
When did the first trailer come out?
And I said, I got you. I said, I got you.
He said, I got you for 2 months.
For 2 months.
I had to make a meme. Yeah, I had to go and meme builder.
Biggest comic book creator don't be wanting to share.
Yeah, he whole library. No cards.
But anyway, so guys, I see we got 16 people here in the stream. You could do me a favor and hit that like button. It'll help with the YouTube algorithm. Or if you're watching on the replay later on, thanks so much for watching. But if you could do me a favor and hit the like button. But we need you guys in the chat, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on the replay. What did you think about this Batman movie? What do you want for the second movie? Is Robert Pattinson your favorite Batman? Let me know all your thoughts. Give it all, because even though this is a conversation with the three of us, I'm still looking at the chat. I still want to hear your thoughts and everything like that, because this is a channel for you guys. So do me that favor. But anyway, so Frankie, I'm about to hit you with a little surprise right here. Not a big surprise, but being that it is Women's International History Month and last month was Black History Month, I want you to kind of lead this discussion tonight.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't know I was gonna do this, guys. So
yeah. Dope. All right, y'all. Yeah. He got fucked up.
Got off the spot.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's get started with the movie. We're gonna be on here for a while because there's just so much Batman comic content out there, and there's just so much to compare it to. So let's just start off light. Like, Ron, what was your initial thoughts of the movie?
Like after I saw it?
Yeah, after you saw it.
Man, people gonna be mad at my opinions. Like, I think we all like it a lot, but it's easily, in my opinion, the best Batman movie ever. It's like, I'm not even saying it's close. Like, it's like easy.
Oh, you're saying it's not even close, including Dark Knight? Yeah,
it's not close. This movie did to Dark Knight to me what the Amazing Spider-Man did to the original Spider-Man films. It turned Robert Pattinson into my Andrew Garfield and made me dislike, Tobey Maguire.
I love that for you, because you weren't even trying to really watch it. You was like,
I was going to see it
when I see it. Yeah. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. And I don't think it's a hot take, but it's not red hot. It's lukewarm. I think there's something to be said there.
The Dark Knight stands are out there, and they don't like when people say stuff like that.
Yo, honestly, and I was gonna drop a video tomorrow, probably still will. If Heath Ledger didn't die, would we be riding for the Dark Knight? In comparison, is hard. I think there's something about it being, posthumous to Heath Ledger that it's like
that, and then the fact that
legacy.
That the reason that it takes away from it as a Batman film to me, The Dark Knight, is because we got so much Heath Ledger, we got so much Two-Face. It was like we barely saw Batman in it.
We're gonna get into that a little bit more, but
not only just that, but especially because I think it was the first comic book movie where somebody got nominated, and it was Heath Ledger
for Oscar. But I think it was because
it was because he died.
Yeah,
like
it was
not to take away from his performance, but they don't
phenomenal.
recognize they don't recognize comic book movies like that. And I do think, had he not died, they wouldn't have decided to recognize it.
I agree. I agree. Mike, give us your opinion. What were your initial thoughts?
Well, thank you, fantastic Frankie, for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
But yeah, like I agree with Ron. I think this is the best Batman movie that they've ever put out. Like even more than The Dark Knight. I think it's also very different than every Batman movie that we've seen. Like I think this is the most intense and darkest version of Batman that we've seen. And I also like that there wasn't a whole lot of Bruce Wayne in this movie, but it was it was all Batman.
Yeah,
because this is year 2, and we haven't like he's still crafting the Bruce Wayne persona. So like I like that, because usually in most Batman movies, it's Bruce Wayne putting on the costume of Batman. But in this movie, which is accurate to the comics, he is Batman. Bruce Wayne is the persona.
Yeah,
exactly.
And so they actually did that in this movie. And this is the first like pure detective Batman movie. So
yeah. I think
I loved it overall.
I think
we should call the presses. This is the first time we are all in total agreement. I wholeheartedly believe.
We got Chris from Takes Take. He was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that to the Dark Knight. It's not because he died."
I'm not saying. Look, y'all.
People
I'm
like
not.
He's so nostalgic and hold on to these. Yeah, I'm not saying The Dark Knight is a bad movie now.
We're not saying that. We're saying that the likelihood that Heath Ledger would have gotten an Oscar for that role, even just looking at a politics side, they were not going to give it to him. I think it just wasn't. One, Hollywood doesn't want to acknowledge that comic book movies can be Oscar material. It's outside of like costuming and things like that. But to say that like someone in a comic book movie was the best supporting actor over some white man pretending to be mentally challenged or whatever, like it's a big step that I don't think they were ready to do. But because he committed to the role and because he died trying to do this role, I think that's why they gave it to him.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's saying that he wasn't great.
Yeah,
he was fantastic.
Yeah,
but this was the first.
Heath Ledger is still the best Joker.
The first time they've nominated a comic book movie,
for sure.
And for the most part, they still haven't done any since. And there's been great performances.
Yeah,
and yet they still have, because nobody. I mean, yeah.
I also believe, and this is going back to the movie, why I think it's the best Batman movie I've seen. Everything we critique Batman on, we say it and it becomes a hot topic, like, oh, the GCPD isn't as corrupt as we are looking at it. Like, he should be just giving them money. Batman does more harm than good, all those things. If you read a Batman comic, Batman and Gotham knows that. That's why they hate Batman. He's not that great for the city. He's sick. Everyone around him knows he's sick. The GCPD is so corrupt that Bruce Wayne giving money, whatever, will not do anything. And it's like the mob and everything is such a big part of Gotham. And I feel like we've never truly got a real sense of it. You know what I mean? But also, this is the first time we see why Jim Gordon is in every single Batman property. Like, he always just seemed like a stressed alcoholic on the sidelines. And like now, my boy Jeffrey Wright was in the streets, he was throwing hands, he was doing whatever. And I was like, that's what Jim, and he's not commissioner yet, but still, like, Jim was in them streets. That's why Batman trusted him, because he's like, you put your life on the line. You've time and time again been in situations where everyone around you are corrupt, and and they show that with Jeffrey.
The right thing, yeah.
Exactly. And I think that that's amazing. So
I think what really set it off for me is, like, I keep comparing to Spider-Man. Batman and Spider-Man have a duality to me. They have the same, villains, the same rogues gallery.
Yeah.
It's really about that. So like the scene and towards the end when he started saving people, I had never seen that in the Batman movie, like him just saving civilians. You know what I mean? It's always
Yeah. No. I'm agreeing. Go ahead.
Yeah. He's never done that, and it's just like the same feeling I got watching with the first Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah. When he saved the Vulture.
The Vulture, yeah.
That part was so underrated because Spider-Man doesn't let anybody die, and like that's part of his heroism. And Batman actually helping people. This is the first Batman movie where I actually looked at him as a hero instead of just like, I don't know, just Batman.
I love that they emphasized a part about Batman that most people who don't read the comics don't understand. People don't know if Batman's real or not. Like most people in Gotham for years do not know if Batman is real or not. So it's just an urban legend that there's some cat running around here dressed like a bat washing. So, you know, it's like he said, I am the shadows and I'm something that puts fear in people, but like he can't take care of all of Gotham. So the likelihood of you
running into Batman.
Hello, but
that was another part. I don't want to get too far into the film. Or into the end. But the way they approach Batman with it's a comic book movie, but there's a lot of like realism, like the way he does stuff is like it could be done. You know, even like what you were just saying about him, he can't be everywhere at once. And then like the beginning of the film, he's like he chooses his targets.
And I think
instead of him just being everywhere.
I think people mix up Batmans, right? So Frank Miller, when he started with Year One in the early 90s and then until present, this Batman is one Batman, and then there's a different Batman, which is the Golden Age Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Batman that you're talking about, the reason why I think he rose to being the best hero, like the most popular hero in the world, is because of that realness and that grittiness, and it's not rooted in ridiculousness. Like he uses gadgets, but nothing he had on him, he couldn't get today. Yeah, absolutely. He used that grappling hook sparingly. I mean, he used it when he needed to, but like sparingly.
And that's the thing I really enjoyed about, especially like jumping to the beginning, like the opening 10 minutes. Like I feel like this is like one of the best opening 10 minutes of any Batman movie. And really quick, I see we got 27 people that just joined us in the stream. Thank you guys so much. And I see comments from a comment from Facebook. So I appreciate you guys joining. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. And also for those of you that may have came in late, if you're wondering why I'm not talking that much, because it is International Women's History Month, and plus it was Black History Month last month. So I said, I'm going to let Fantastic Frankey take over the show for today. So she's your MC for this episode of the Batman. So, but since it's my StreamYard account, I can control like the comments. So yeah, if you want to leave a comment, anything like that, I am checking out the chat and everything. And also, if it's not expected, but it's appreciated. And I just realized I missed one. If you want to leave a super chat to support the stream, I greatly appreciate it. And I see we already got one. Discuss Harley $9.99. We are in Jersey strong. Yes, Jersey represent. Gotham City. I don't know. It's probably alarms going. The Batmobile's outside my house right now. But so yeah, Frankie, take it away.
Yeah, actually, I was going to give it to you, Mike. Explain to me why you loved the first 10 minutes of that movie. Like, what is it that you felt like was so special? Because you're saying it's better than the bank scene. That's the first 10 minutes of the Dark Knight. That's a good.
Yeah, that's
the best. To me, one of the best parts of the movie. But
like, yeah, that was good. That was good in terms of like the action of it. But the reason why I say I think this is the best from like a Batman standpoint is like it really dials down into like the mythos and the urban legend of Batman, like with the voiceover, him saying like I can't be everywhere, but they think I am. Like, because like you said, they thought Batman was a myth. They thought he was a actual bat creature, somebody with powers. They didn't know if he actually could come out of the shadows or anything like that. So like that narration of like the bat signal, it's not just for me, but it's a symbol of fear. Like it puts these criminals on alert. Like you saw the guy like painting graffiti on the bridge, and then he looked out into the shadows and he's like, dang, I don't know, Batman might be down, or like that bottle or whatever that rolled down that dark alleyway, and people looking, they getting scared. And I was like, I love that, because like Batman's whole thing was about fear, and for the most part, we've never really seen that in a Batman movie. So when it started like that, I was like, oh, we starting this way. Okay. I like where they're going already with this. And then also like, especially like once it got to like the moment that you saw, because this was also in the opening 10 minutes where the Riddler got his first victim. Who was that? The original mayor.
Yeah.
And how and I made a joke with it because we Frankie and I went together, and I remember I grabbed you. I was like, I'm scared. Like,
yeah, it was scary.
it was scary.
It was a scary scene.
It was like really dark and scary and horror-esque. And you know, I always say my stuff is blood, sex, gore, magic. So the fact that it was leading into a more horror version of Batman, and it showed that this is not your Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Batman villains are scary. Batman,
like Batman villains can have camp to them, but for the most part, they are psychotic. They are scary. They are smart. They are not one to be fucked with, pretty much. And that's what I like, that this version of Riddler was more aligned with the Hush comics. And so, I like the horror aspect of it. That was fun for me.
I do want to push back and say that they did, I'm thinking about it, they did hint towards it. It's just there was too much going on in Batman v Superman when Batfleck is introduced. He's like crawling through the walls and
that was dope. I mean, that's another. I wish we could have gotten a good Batfleck, but it just.
Yeah, I mean, but he was definitely
the highlight of that film.
Yeah, and like people shit on him, but I think it's the movie as a whole. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of the stands. I thought he was great, especially if you actually read like Old Man Batman.
Yeah, like the Dark Knight Returns Batman.
He looks just like him. He's big, he's burly, and even that scene is an extension of what Mike is talking about, right? So one thing I love, and then we can start to get into the conversation on what we felt about Robert Pattinson's Batman, was that he was so very much a rookie, and it was amazing. So like, we're watching Ben Affleck in his twilight years of Batman. Of course, he can crawl on the wall and do all this cool stuff, but this Robert Pattinson wore the suit. Half the time he wasn't even wearing the suit, and I love that. Because he was a detective, right? He'd put a hood on and be like, I'm gonna just roll up in here and see what's what and get up in there. And I'm like, yes, because like Batman doing detective work in the bat suit is so conspicuous. Like, why would he do that? Like, Batman is not small, y'all. Batman is.
But even like, I guess because he hasn't built up Bruce Wayne, but Bruce Wayne can't do detective work either. If you go back to like.
The way that
certain Batman comics, I think we'll get to that. Certain Batman comics, and then even in like Batman the animated series, like Batman had like aliases, like when he would go in disguise and do stuff.
But this
like
Bruce
that.
Wayne is
not yet. As I said,
yeah, people don't know him. Yeah. People barely know how he looks. He's just like like there are so many millionaires, billionaires in New York City that like we probably be eating at Starbucks and we don't realize they're sitting next to us. Unless you're on like the upper echelon. But when he was in a club, when he was moving as Bruce Wayne, like undercover, he was greasing his face up. He's putting a hood under. And if Joe taught me anything from you and, white men on TikTok, all they need is a hat. And then they're indescribable. All they need is a hat and to go like this. So I really like that. I like that he wasn't really, this is clear he hasn't been part of the League of Shadows. So he's not really relying on deception. His karate is I mean it's good, but it's not like
he's nice.
He's good. Yeah, but I wouldn't be. But no, I agree with Frankie. I wouldn't be surprised if this version of Batman didn't train with Ra's al Ghul yet, because he's being mad reckless, super reckless.
He was like, "Yo, my suit is what's this called? My suit is bulletproof, so I'm gonna just get shot."
Yeah, he wasn't, and then he wasn't using the gadgets. He didn't have no batarangs, like
no batarangs.
Yeah, he was. I don't think he was there yet, but that makes sense. That like
it's like Batman Year One. It definitely took a lot from Batman Year One.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's so good.
Yeah,
And I like that this Batman, like, is still learned, because like, unlike most Batman movies, we see him as the perfect Batman, Bruce Wayne, already established. But in this one, like, it's year 2. Like, he makes mistakes. He's not the world's greatest detective yet, but he's getting there. And even the moment where he got on the roof with the and used like the flight suit,
he's like, God damn.
Yeah, he was scared of heights a little bit. Like, you saw him like, oh shit. And then he, like, when he flew, like, he bust his ass. And I like that. That's something we're not used to seeing with a Batman character.
I think that's what created this mystique around Batman.
Wait. Can we?
Yeah, we gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go.
Urban legend.
Oh no!
Speaking of an urban legend, We got the man bat.
Wow.
Woo, my black ass in a hat and hoodie ain't getting in nobody's club. That definitely had to be an elite club. Yo, so this is a quick story. I was talking to I live in a neighborhood where some of my neighbors are very, very rich. And I was taking my mom to a steakhouse yesterday, and I was telling my neighbor, and I was like, damn, they got a dress code and stuff like that. And he was looking at me funny. He was like, don't nobody care about no dress code, but this is a white man who's affluent. So he's like, you don't have to. But then his friend was like, sometimes they do, like trying to tell him, like, her black ass better.
The dress code is for you.
For y'all niggas, like, and so and I think when a white man comes into a place that's dressed down, they assume that person is very rich.
Is rich.
Yeah. Or
versus us, they'd be like, nah, you can't get in.
Remember he also, it's not like he just walked in. Remember he knocked on the door and was like, with the twins that he beat up in that last scene, he was like,
that was hilarious.
Yeah, do you know who I am? And they're like, wait, that's Bruce Wayne. So it's not like
another thing. This film
not like he just walked in.
That low key comedy with, like, you know what I mean, like scenes like that. Like he knocked on that door twice as Batman and once as Bruce Wayne, like stuff like that. Like Batman is not necessarily funny, but sometimes like the situations around him are. So,
and I think that's what I really like, is that they changed with him his origins a bit, which shifted his relationship with Bruce Wayne, with how he moved with the people. So I don't know if you guys picked up, and I could be wrong, but this is what I read it as. His parents weren't randomly killed while they went to see a movie. There was a hit put out on his parents, and they were killed. Am I correct there?
That's possible.
That's what they implied. Yeah.
But even he said it, like the hit, like it wasn't even like everyone called it the hit that went out. And so this was the first time this is the first time in movies we've actually seen them dive into his parents. And they weren't just some shrine with the pearls. You know what I mean? It's like, they did some dirty dealings, which we see in The Long Halloween. If you guys, I recommended it, please read it. You know, they're
Long Halloween too.
Right. You can't be a billionaire in a city that corrupt and not
even if you want to do something, even if you want to do the right thing, you got to deal with some bad people. You know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna say, even if you're not in a city that corrupt, you can't be a billionaire, period, and not be into some shady.
Right. Or at least know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So I think what I will say about the only critique I would give to Patterson's, I'm sorry, before I get to that critique, I also like that he was uninterested in being Bruce Wayne. Because, like, of course, in the first 2 years of being Batman, who wants to be Bruce Wayne? He like, you want me to go to some party? I'm out here saving lives, like I'm changing lives. So he's young, he doesn't understand like how much work he could do as Bruce Wayne. And I think that's the commentary we've been asking for, right? Like people should be pressing him to say you can do so much work as Bruce Wayne. And I'm glad that that's out there, and he's saying it. But I didn't like the way he was moving with Alfred.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like that was my so I'm gonna.
Oh, when he said, "You're not my dad."
The whole time he was treating Alfred like a butler.
No. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like, I'm gonna just juxtapose his relationship between Jim Gordon and then Alfred. Like, I feel like they did a lot of building of the relationship between him and Jim Gordon. Like, this is the best Batman and Jim Gordon relationship I've seen, and I love that they had Jim Gordon out in the streets and in the cut, and then especially when you add the fact that he's a black man, I'm like, oh yeah, you putting Jeffrey right out there. I love that, but diametrically opposed to that is like I didn't really like what they did with him and Alfred, like the relationship. Like this is.
But I think he's like a spoiled. They're saying he's a spoiled brat, and now stuff happened to Alfred in that film, and now he appreciates him. He realizes what Alfred.
But even still, not even really, because the first thing he said to my man when he woke up from the coma was, "You lied to me." I was like, "Come on, man!"
Like, never been around badass like
man is like this. He said, "Hey yo, you knew this about my daddy?" I was like, "Bro,
wake up."
Yeah, but I'm like, "What are you?" I'm like, "Are you 12?" Like, what? So I didn't like, and plus, also, I feel like we didn't get enough of Andy Serkis's Alfred to learn who he is and his dynamic and relationship with Batman and Bruce. And then like it feels like he trusted Jim Gordon more than he trusted Alfred, but yet he knows his man's secret identity. He's helped you build the Batman persona. There was a line which also makes me go to think that he hasn't trained with the League of Assassins. He was like, "I taught you how to fight."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this too, which means he's the Alfred who's like ex-military
The
and stuff.
badass Alfred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that Alfred. And it makes sense, right? To help him. If this Alfred is, you know, a badass and is from the military, it would make sense that he would encourage the child that he's raising that's full of anger to learn how to fight, right? Me. He do. We can marry you, y'all.
God.
But I will say, what I didn't like about this Alfred was he was a dummy. Why would he open that bomb? I couldn't see Alfred opening that bomb.
But that's the first bomb that got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the first bomb they got.
Yeah.
Alfred is from the military. He ain't never seen a bomb before.
Come on, stop.
Yeah, I don't know.
One thing that was dope to me is like I when I first saw the film, I was like, yo, it was good, but like, you know, he was a weirdo Batman. He was such a weirdo. And then I stopped and I thought about it, like, why wouldn't Batman be a fucking weirdo, bro?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a man.
He spent his whole childhood. He spent his whole childhood thinking about vengeance and all this shit. Like, he didn't make any friends. He didn't do all normal things that people do. Like,
yeah, he crafted the Batman persona like the moment his parents died.
Exactly. One of his critiques was like there was no chemistry between him and Zoe Kravitz, but he's a weirdo. So of course it's not gonna be like we're not gonna see that same kind of chemistry because it's probably his first like real relationship. You know?
I did think their kiss was out of nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I wasn't a fan of the kiss.
There was chemistry, but it was all Zoe because she was like, which is Catwoman's persona. She's oozing everyone she's on stage with, even you know, Falcone, spoiler alert, who was her father, when they were talking, they had so much chemistry that he was like, yo, you let him smash, right? He asked her, he said, yo, he hit. So I think that was more Zoe that was feeling that chemistry from. I don't know if it's that Robert Pattinson. I've seen him in multiple movies where I'm like, his chemistry is off with women, but I don't think that they had to kiss in this movie. Like, I don't think they had to be in love.
Yeah, I think they should have saved that for the second movie. Like, there was no, especially with, because it makes it even weirder because they make it kind of hint that woman Annika was like her girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
but then all of a sudden she was calling her like a kid, like she was young. So I was like, is she her girlfriend? Like, you know.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I thought immediately, damn, that's straight agenda heavy. Because the kiss, they were like, it's been an hour. Can they kiss now?
Yeah,
please?
And not even just that, but like Zoe Kravitz came out and was like, oh yeah, my Catwoman's bisexual. But part of me is like, what was the point of announcing that if she didn't have a thing with that girl?
Yeah,
I don't know. But then I'm just like, well, you literally, and that's what makes it worse for me. I'm like, you just saw your girlfriend, like her dead body, and now the next scene or next couple of scenes, you kissing and moving on with Batman, Bruce Wayne out of nowhere. Like,
I don't think they were girlfriends. I think they, you know, I think some of that was trauma, and it's not like she forgot about old girl because she immediately was like trying to kill old boy. Like she was trying to clap people. Batman had to actively work not to make sure she wasn't a murderer. So I don't think that was
she didn't forget him, but she forgot her enough to make out with
yo, you on a vengeance chick?
Trauma, bro.
Yeah, let me get a little taste of Bruce Wayne. You crazy? You of course. Well, since we're on the topic of it, what did you guys think about Zoe's Catwoman?
She was Catwoman.
Copy.
She was Catwoman.
Like,
her and people like I just don't like her. What's her name? Anne Hathaway. I do love Anne Hathaway. Right. Hathaway, but I do not love her as Catwoman. I never did.
I think they didn't write that Catwoman well. I think if they gave her more, we would have liked her. Like she was sly. I think honestly,
like that Catwoman in the Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises. She was like strictly there for a romantic interest. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
there was nothing else. And I think that this is the first Catwoman that I saw on screen that was closest to the Catwoman we know, right? Yeah. She was stealing mostly out of circumstance, right? And it was actually Gotham. If you include Gotham, it's very similar, the show. But everything she did was out of circumstance. There was a layer there that they put in because she was black, where she was like, come on, Bruce. You know, like these we live in I don't even got, she said that to him. She's like, I don't even got look. I know you rich. You know, so just stuff like that, and the reflection of like she's poor and she's doing her vigilante work because she's poor and she needs to, versus Bruce, who's doing it out of honestly as a hobby, right? He's doing it because he feels like it. And her reflecting that I thought was dope. I liked how she took elements from every Catwoman. She was sexy and she moved like Michelle Pfeiffer. She even had all those cats and stuff like that. He is a creep. And I also like that she had some elements of Anne Hathaway as well, right? Like the way she was, that whole scene with the with her getting in the safe was an homage to like Anne Hathaway. So I like that she had an homage to everyone. Also, her suit was the most practical I'd ever seen. Yeah.
I didn't like that mask though. I was like, she barely.
I like the mask.
Yo, that makes sense. She was like, fuck it. We out.
It was gangster, bro.
You might as well just leave it off.
That's dope. That's gonna be every Halloween costume this year.
Of course. It's gonna the next Comic-Con. Like everybody.
Yeah, Hot Topic selling the jacket. The jacket like $40. At Hot Topic.
Real quick, got another super chat from Sucked $4.99. Was anyone reminded of RoboCop when Batman was stomping out of the shadows in certain scenes? I've never seen RoboCop, so I can't.
You never seen RoboCop? I've never seen RoboCop in the dick.
I remember watching RoboCop thinking it was a lot lighter than what it was.
No, it's dark as fuck.
I heard it was rated R, but I've never seen it. He was
kind of like the mean Batman. The Batman that people say Batman is like, doesn't care about people. All he does is beat up criminals. He was angry until the end of the film. It's like he wanted to be Batman just to beat up criminals, and at the end of the film, like I said, when he became kind of like a hero, it was like, damn, I could be helping people, yo. It's like his mind just blew out. Like, oh shit, like that scene made the whole movie for me.
Yeah, but like for me, I because like. A big conversation going on the internet right now is like what a lot of people is like, oh, is this your favorite Batman movie? Who's your favorite Batman? Is it Pattinson, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, et cetera, et cetera? But like a big thing I don't really see that much on the internet is like, who is the definitive Catwoman? And I honestly think Zoe Kravitz is the one to beat. Like she was Selena Kyle.
Even though they changed the origin a little bit.
Yeah, they changed the origin.
Fine. Yeah, but I still agree. I'm just mentioning
it.
He got a flag. Yeah, like
I
read comics.
I read comics. And a lot of people were, I mentioned it last week, like Catwoman, and I tried to I rated them. And everybody was shouting out Eartha Kitt. And like, I was like, y'all, Eartha was alright, but like,
wait. We got it right here.
Michelle, Eartha, y'all, first of all, and I believe this. If 10 people tell me today that they think Eartha Kitt is their favorite, I think 2 of them have actually seen her performance.
Exactly.
Y'all just saying
y'all wasn't watching Batman 66.
Y'all was not watching Batman.
Again, shout out to her for being a pioneer, first black Catwoman and everything like that. I think that's probably why.
Then say that. You gotta give it to Eartha for being the first.
Yeah, give her her flowers. Eartha Kitt, do not. But in terms of Catwoman,
y'all, that's what y'all like? Her purring? Come on, y'all. She did the same performance. If y'all ever seen Boomerang, since y'all experts in Eartha Kitt's discography, it's the same person. Boomerang, Eartha Kitt is the same, and it's pure camp. But y'all don't like camp. We not gonna. Don't get me started on Batman and Robin. Y'all don't like camp. So if y'all don't like camp, so if you don't like camp, why do y'all love Eartha?
We don't like it now, but.
But it's people now, right? It's 22-year-olds saying they love Eartha.
Like they haven't seen it.
So that means they saw the shark gun and they saw Eartha doing, a man in a cat suit doing flips, and was like, that's the Catwoman I like.
Yeah, that was definitely a male stunt double. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, Lady Eloise from Boomerang, which I need to go back and. It's been so long since I've seen Boomerang.
It's misogynistic, but
Marcus, darling. I don't have any panties
on. She's getting her booty, yo. If I had as much money as she was supposed to have in Boomerang, I'd be moving like that too.
Yeah, Batman and Robin, his 4th favorite Batman movie. But yeah, like Zoe Kravitz, like she oozed the sex appeal that Selena Kyle has, that Catwoman has. Like I love her. Even the fight scenes that she had, like you can tell,
God.
like
when she tried to kill dude and the bodyguard came and she hit him with a chunky kick 3 times. Like,
And this is the first time I've seen a woman fight men, and she had to work a little harder. Cause like, you know, like
yeah.
Natasha Romanoff will like twist kick somebody and he's knocked out cold, but like she would have to hit them multiple times. And I was like, exactly. Like, you're good at karate, but you gotta do a little bit more. You 90 pounds, mama.
Yeah.
Like it could only hurt but so much. Yeah. And I like that when she was fighting Batman, she was giving him a run for his money, but it was because he was holding back. He was like, whoa, I want to let's talk for a minute. It wasn't like she was as good as a fighter as Batman, which in reality it is not. He whacked her once, she done.
Real Batman.
Like that.
Robert Pattinson too.
James trying to call you out. Batman and Robin's your favorite movie.
Facts. Yes. I ain't scared. I got them all up here. Nah, I got 2 of them up here. I got Everybody Just Chill. And then Poison Ivy. Some of the best costume designs I think I've seen in a Batman movie. Like, who else had better costumes in it? In terms of the villains.
Wait.
Oh, the villains did too.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Huh? Wait, what'd that say?
Holly's Catwoman was the best movie. I still like. I think you.
Maybe they said.
I'll be mad. Wasn't the best movie? I was about to say. Wait a minute. Let's pause this. I was like, let's pause.
Get him out of here. You need to leave.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Nah, they meant to say wasn't.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I got that. It wasn't the best movie. I still like her Catwoman.
Yeah.
But this is okay. Yeah, he said, yeah, sorry, wasn't the best movie. I was about to say, wait a minute, we're gonna pause this whole stream and talk about you, Sammy, right?
I know that puts a time. But either way, okay, so we're all in agreement again because this is the stars are aligned. Best Catwoman. So now this is a trickier conversation. What do you think about Jim Gordon? Do you think that Jeffrey Wright was the best over Gary Oldman?
Ooh.
Dang, you're quiet.
I like it. I like seeing Gordon as a young.
I don't know what type of internet they got out there.
Yeah, Ron, like you might be in Gotham. Like,
Ron they got the Riddler. The Riddler taking up his servers with his stream.
What happened? You can't see me?
No, you're like blurry and you sound.
Yeah, you got blurry. You were like, like you sounded like you were in the Matrix.
Yeah, I was saying,
it sounded like when all 3 of us were together with that audio.
Oh damn, that was terrible. Like I was saying, it was cool seeing like a younger Jim Gordon, get it in, but I can't call it after one movie. I can't.
You can't call it after one movie. So then, what about Batman Begins? Going off one movie.
I would say Jeffrey Wright. I'll say Jeffrey Wright going off one movie. Yeah, if you compare Batman Begins to this, I'll pick Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, I think Gary Oldman just looked. I mean, he's an incredible actor, and he looked exactly like Jim Gordon.
Yeah, helped. Yeah,
but like, I don't think his Jim Gordon was really about like. This Jeffrey Wright was doing detective work too. You know what I mean? He was trying to figure out.
This is the first time we got detective working in Spider-Man. I mean, in a Batman. We keep saying Spider-man. Detective working in a Batman movie, we got to see him. Just like when I first saw Andrew Garfield, I finally got science in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a fact, and I think that was part of it. And it was like we can see why Jim Gordon is so stressed, and I liked seeing that. Like Jim Gordon is not always this like alcoholic. Like there's a reason why he moves that way, and I think that they were showing this was a true origin story.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I rewatched Batman Begins, and nothing about it seemed like real origin-y. You get what I'm saying? Like Jim Gordon is already the commissioner. No, I'm sorry, he's not the commissioner. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's not moving the same. Yeah. He's not in the streets with him. Really, he's like coming with a full squad car and stuff like that. And like Christian Bale knew how to do everything. He had the whole setup.
Yeah,
he had Lucius Fox. And this opens up for Lucius Fox and all of them to pull up and be like, "What you got going down here?"
Oh yeah, maybe you get a whole Batman ink or something like that if it runs that long,
Real quick,
dirty stuff.
Real quick, shout out to you, Xander Trotter. Subscribe. Thank you so much for joining the Safe Gaven and becoming one of my new Safe Gaveneers. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers here, so. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button. If you guys are watching and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you haven't already, and follow these other two lovely human beings that are on the live with me. But yeah, Jeffrey's Gordon being black
I was
automatically
just
makes
about to go there.
Gordon from the other. Yeah,
you can get all kinds of different stories, just him being black and being like that high in law enforcement, and like maybe the other way his peers would treat him, like people from his neighborhood or his friends or family and other black people too. Like that could be something that they deal with in the second movie.
And that's why I wish
the fact that his
no go.
Oh, and the fact that his daughter is Batwoman, and Batgirl, she's already casted like a black Batgirl. That's going to be an interesting dynamic.
And that's literally what I was just about to say. That's why I wish, because it's not his daughter. That's why I wish this Batgirl connected to this Jim Gordon. You already got a black
is it different?
Yeah, it's a different Jim. We don't know what the fuck is going on over in the because supposedly the Batgirl in that movie, you got a black Batgirl, but her Batman is going to be played by Michael Keaton. And J.K. Simmons is going to be the Jim Gordon in that movie. What universe?
I mean, she could still.
What universe are we in?
She could still be.
J.K. Simmons going to be Jim
She
Jordan?
could still be her daughter.
How? Don't do that.
J.K. I mean, yeah, she could still be biracial with a white father, but I'm like, but you already got a black Jim Gordon. Like,
yo, Jeffrey ain't out here doing everything. He got Westworld finna come out in a minute. Like he got things to do. He was doing What If. He pays himself. And he probably didn't want to get caught up in the DCEU, right? This movie was exclusively outside of
everything
it.
Might be
together.
So we're gonna have two Commissioner Gordon.
Flashpoint, you don't know what's gonna happen. My theory is like we're gonna be done with Superman. Cavill's gonna be gone, and maybe if DC is brave enough, we'll have like a Superwoman movie. Like forget a Superman movie.
Didn't they cast a Superwoman?
They already Supergirl.
They cast
a Latina Supergirl.
Supergirl or Superwoman?
Don't be a dick. It's Superwoman. Yeah, that's all you had to do is tell him. He's like,
I think she's Supergirl. I don't think she's super.
No, I thought she was that Superwoman.
She's the Earth 2 Superwoman, I think.
Yeah, she's the Earth 2 Superwoman. Hold on.
Let me look. Yeah.
We got the Googles.
Did you read Tom Taylor's Earth 2?
Wait, why are you so villainous? Yeah, what's her name?
Hold on. Yeah, I got it. Let me.
Yeah. Here she goes. Oh. Supergirl. You are correct.
Supergirl.
She's Supergirl in this.
Black.
Look,
yes. She's Supergirl. Oh, we on the same. That's why we together, yo.
Sasha Cali. First Latina Supergirl.
She looks nothing like that in her costume.
No. This may not be her. She has a short haircut. This her? Oh, damn.
This her right here.
Yeah, she look good. Good. I ain't going front. Yeah.
And she's gonna be in the Flash movie. So,
like I said, after the Flash movie, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I think because they did Crisis in the CW verse and stuff, people are worried. But like, y'all, Flashpoint is litty.
Yeah,
it's litty.
And the stuff that Marvel's doing, they definitely want a piece of that. So multiverse is just where it's at.
I was gonna say, isn't it crazy though that they announced the Flash and the whole multiverse angle years before Spider-Man or even Doctor Strange? Like the Flash was supposed to come out like in 2018.
That's on them. I can't even be mad at Marvel doing like, oh shit, y'all hyped about that Mercy.
Yeah, we already had Spider-Man come out, and we about to have Doctor Strange come out. We were full multiverse, and DC still.
Yo, that's on DC, and you know what? I don't feel bad for them because they haven't hired me to be their Kevin Feige and help them right out of the timeline. Because you're right, they announced that. When did Batman versus Superman come out? 2016?
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah. I remember because my dad left. He was like, I can't.
Wait, he left the movie?
He was sick.
That's my dude.
And that's when I realized on your podcast, Ron, that he didn't bring it up. I said, oh, he losing his
Which is crazy because your dad is a big DC guy.
But that Martha scene really rubbed him the wrong way.
It was terrible. I almost looked at it there.
He liked Batfleck, but he didn't like Like he liked the portrayal, but he didn't like that he was like murking niggas. He didn't like that stuff. And then
he was killing a whole bunch of people in that, especially that Batmobile scene.
Yeah, and then he was sending them to jail to also die. Remember, he was branding them so they could get killed in jail. So it was just stuff like that. So when the Martha scene happened, he was like, I do not understand what they're doing right now. This is weird. And he was like, if Batman is at the point where he feels like Superman needs to be killed, he's gonna kill him. Like he ain't nothing he could say that's gonna bring him out. And he was like, this is just, whatever. But he liked Snyder cut, so that was something different. But whatever.
That was Justice League though. That wasn't the PBS.
Well, what I'm saying is he came back. Is the moral of the story. But yeah, I don't feel bad for Marvel. I don't feel bad for DC for waiting so long to introduce the multiverse because it's such a big part of what DC is the Flashpoint. That's a pivotal. You get what I'm saying? Like just like they did Age of Ultron and all that in Marvel. When they did Age of Ultron, DC should have started working on Flashpoint then. Like, dang, they going into big arcs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they should have.
So.
Halle is one of my favorite Catwoman. I'm not gonna lie, I love that movie as a kid.
You were a kid.
You were a child. You were a child.
When I was a child, I did child. What's the Malcolm X quote? When I was a child, I did childish things.
Exactly. I behaved as a child.
Yeah. But,
so
I'm like, go back and watch that movie now.
Exactly. There's so many movies and stuff that I grew up on and I loved and.
So
and then you go back and watch it, you're like, man, this isn't as good as I remember.
Yeah.
Facts. That's why I haven't rewatched Batman and Robin. So let's get into the Rogue Gallery. To me, the star of the shows. There were quite a few villains, and personally, I don't think that it was overwhelming. But what are your thoughts on the villains in this movie?
Well, villains make
that's Batman outside. I don't know if y'all heard that.
I heard it. But no, Ron, you what was you about to say?
I was saying, Batman's villains make them. Seriously, me personally, I read a lot of Batman comics, but I'm not interested in Batman. I'm interested in his villains, the way they're written, the things they throw against him, the things they do to him, how they mess with his psyche. The Riddler was easily the best portrayal of the Riddler because what have we gotten so far? But the fact that they tied into realism, like making him like the Zodiac killer like style, that made it more grounded and made it more real. I was scared of this motherfucker.
But he was like Holiday, right?
Yeah, it was like
Halloween, where it was like but it was scarier than Holiday because at least with Holiday we knew a holiday coming up. Let me get it together. Exactly. You know what I mean? But it was like exactly. It just felt like this was random, and it made it even scarier.
And the thing is that makes Riddler might be my favorite Batman villain, like in general when I'm reading comics, because it's like Batman in comics, people always say that he's like the smartest person in the world or whatever. The Riddler's always been smarter than Batman. The only reason Batman beats the Riddler is because the Riddler lets him beat him. He leaves clues for him to find out. If the Riddler just wanted to do stuff, he would just do it. He just liked testing Batman.
Which was shown in this movie. The Riddler's plan followed through. The whole plan
worked. Even with the clues, he was like, "Oh, you didn't get it." And like you said, about being a rookie Batman. Like,
you're not as smart as I thought you were.
Exactly. You're not as smart as I thought you were.
This is my question to you two. Did you think the Riddler, so they're doing that monologue during the interrogation scene. Do you think the Riddler actually knew he was Bruce Wayne?
100%,
no, I definitely think he did.
Oh, you're saying 100%, right? Because I wasn't sure.
He said it like that, and then he dialed it back because he wanted him to know. I know.
Especially not just that, but but you saw Bruce you saw Batman look at the camera. Yeah, and I think that's when he changed. He was like, because it's also comic book act. Like the Riddler knows Bruce. He figured it out, but he doesn't want people to know. Yeah, it's like his whole thing is solving. His whole thing is solving riddles. It's the greatest riddle. Who is Bruce Wayne? So of course he's not going to divulge the secret.
It can't be that hard of a riddle to figure out. If I'm being real,
I mean, we this is a world where Superman doesn't have a mask and they can't figure out he Clark Kent. So I mean, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Yo, I've seen actors change their demeanor and they seem like a different person, so I feel that, right? Like, you see Superman and then you see some chump at work who resembles Superman but with glasses.
He's also 6'4" and muscular.
Yeah, he was wild big. But you know, I think, and also Superman should be that muscular, but that's another conversation. But yeah, I love this Riddler.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as far as the rogues, like I love that, especially more so than just the rogues itself, but like I love that Gotham was a whole ass character in this movie.
I said that, right?
Yeah, and it didn't just look like, oh, they shot scenes in Chicago. Like, this is Chicago. Like, it looked like the production design and lighting design and everything about it. It looked like a seedy ass, corrupt, basically swampy ass city.
Yeah. How do you feel about like just that Gotham existed, and like we're in 2022? Like, if you read a Batman comic in like the 80s, like that existed in New York.
That was New York.
Now that we like living, you know, there's still crime and stuff, but it's just not the same way.
It's not the same, but I'm like, but there's still places that like one of the most dangerous cities. Like, while I talk about should I be ashamed or should I be a flex? Should it be a flex? But yeah, one of the most dangerous cities in the country is Camden, New Jersey. So it's like that's like those cities still exist.
Yeah,
maybe not in the same way of like the mob and everything like that, like Gotham is, but there's still a lot of very crime-ridden cities, and so
they made sure they put in elements to make it more modern, so it was to make it feel real, like you were saying. So like the fact that, you know, the Riddler was a blogger, right? The fact that they were using cell phone footage constantly and stuff like that. I think really showed what they were. But I agree. I loved how smart Riddler was. That scene where his plan is going into fruition and he's screaming boom. I was like, get this guy an award.
Yeah, Paul Dano put his whole foot into this role.
Yeah,
I think he was such a creep. The best part.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
I think somebody should go watch it right now. Go look at his basement. He was in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we should check it.
Which is right? Well, no, but I was about to bring something up because it's funny because he played like a whole ass. I don't remember. I've only seen it once. I refused to watch it again because I'm like, what's the point? But like, he played a whole ass like slave master or whatever in 12 Years a Slave. But somebody he posted, he made it came out in an article, was like, yeah, after he played the Riddler, he couldn't sleep or whatever because he like almost got like Heath Ledger vibes where he like really dove into the role. And he was like, yeah, it was so disturbing. I couldn't sleep for like a week. And somebody posted a tweet like, I bet that nigga slept like a baby doing 12 Years a Slave.
Yo, facts.
And I was like, that's some facts. That's right. Like,
need to see it. What did you guys think about Colin Farrell?
But that's what I was gonna say about finishing my thought about the whole rogues gallery and everything like that, which I included Gotham in that. But like, I love that we got to see like an expansion of the Batman world without it overtaking. Like, the Riddler is still the main villain, but you still got Penguin over here, you still got Falcone over here, and everybody in this movie brought their A game. The MVP of this movie was Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Like, Colin Farrell, who? Like, I didn't see Colin Farrell.
Yeah, and you know, role. I wondered.
Like, that whole like, take it easy, sweetheart. Like,
he dove into the role.
So the Gotham, they had a Gotham accent. Like, it wasn't a New York accent. It wasn't a Jersey accent. It was, you know how like Wakanda has its own brand of African accent. Yeah. This accent was a Gotham accent, and I loved it. I was like, oh, only, you get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a New York accent or anything. I like that.
And yeah, it just goes to show, like, Colin Farrell, like, he's a pretty underrated actor. Like, in every movie I see him in, like,
because he's been in some bad movies, bro.
No, he's definitely been in some bad movies, but even still, like,
he was Bullseye. Don't forget.
Yeah, he was definitely he was Bullseye, but you saw he at least tried.
I gave Rob PTSD. I saw him leave his body for a second.
But like, if you haven't seen a movie like In Bruges, which is like a dark comedy, that like Colin Farrell, like he's a pretty damn good actor.
I mean, I don't think anybody was questioning whether or not, like, you know, when you have a big when you have a big filmography, it's easy to have some terrible films.
I was like, you don't think, like, I like that this version of Penguin wasn't the Danny DeVito waddling, eating raw fish Penguin. Like, no, he was just a mob boss.
Yeah. Who people probably call Penguin because of the way
people probably call him Penguin, as opposed to like, the more campy Danny DeVito version. This version reminded me of more of the Arkham games version of Penguin.
Yeah, I also like that he was a problem, but like what's his name said in the beginning, I can't be everywhere. So like I also loved that chase scene because like we said, Batman don't know how to really work his car yet. And like he's being outrun by a regular car because he can't figure out stuff. And like when Penguin was like, "Yeah, you done, boy," and he's like celebrating, I was like, "This is it. Like this is good stuff. This is good stuff, yo." I loved it, and I like that he was like, "I wanted, put Penguin in jail, but I can't put my energy there because someone else is killing government officials."
He's selling drugs and like he's killing people. Like
he's like, "I'll figure that later." And then and ultimately, it also showed Batman wants people in jail or apprehended, right? So like he didn't pursue the Penguin because he had nothing on the Penguin. You get what I'm saying? So he's like, "I have bigger fish to fry. I don't have enough to put Penguin in jail and to effectively do something to him. So let me do this, and I'm gonna come back to you later. But I'm gonna tap that ass." You get what I'm saying?
And then also not even just that, but like he's not the Penguin yet. He's still Oswald Cobblepot. Like he's not the mob boss that we know. But jumping to the end now that Falcone. Do y'all say Falcone or Falcone?
I know somebody named Falcone, and that's how you spell their name. So I'll say Falcone, but I know that it is Falcone. I don't know why it's Falcone, but
I
don't remember what they said in the movie. Did they say? I forgot what they said.
Oh, I don't remember they said in the movie. I'm talking.
But it goes back and forth. Some movies they say Falcone. I think in Gotham they said Falcone, but
in Gotham is Falcone, but in all of the movies it's Falcone. So in The Dark Knight, his Falcone it's Julia Roberts' brother, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, Julia Roberts' brother plays it. The one who's in the Mariah Carey video.
It doesn't matter. It's Italian.
It doesn't matter.
It
does matter. What you mean? But I do like Falcone because it feels more cartoony.
Yeah, it does.
So.
Okay. Can I jump to the point to the part that everybody's talking about? Okay. So we got like a lot of action out of this Batman, and then like I said, it was a more grounded, more realistic film. So he got to the point in the film where he had got his ass beat, and he was just done, and he whoops out like injects himself. But I believe it's just adrenaline or like like.
I thought it was drip. I thought it was whatever drug they kept on talking about.
Oh,
because why? First of all, it was bright green.
I hope not. You said it was bright green. I don't know if I was.
It was green. Yeah,
it was green. So I thought it was either that or veins.
Yeah. So if everybody's saying it's green, then maybe it is what people are saying it is. But he used that, and then he got that rush, and it's like he kind of cheated. Batman cheats.
The Batman cheats.
At first Batman I was like, no, I think it might be adrenaline. Then I was like, well, no, but why is it green though? That's definitely
everybody's saying
that's got to be Venom. That's got to be Venom. And, for those of you that don't know, Venom is the same liquid substance that Bane uses to make, not in Dark Knight movies, but in the comics that Bane uses to become like super hulking and strong.
Yeah,
I think there was a point in the comics.
He has Venom and Batman and Robin.
He
has Venom and Batman and Robin.
Yeah, Batman has used Venom before.
Yeah, well, I keep getting naked girls. I blocked this thing before. I blocked this thing before.
It's because remember we did that After Dark episode.
There's actually a comic. I can't think of it, but I'm like, Batman actually
I'm gay though.
I'm gay though. Yeah, y'all don't get down.
Not with naked girls.
Yo, we got buttholes. I don't know what you watching. I don't know what you looking at him for. I just assume buttholes is a foundation. Okay.
It's more manginas I'm into.
Copy.
I'm mussy.
A mussy. Okay, yeah. Say less. Copy.
Look at Rod.
Rod.
Other one. It's a mangina, a mussy, or a boogina.
A boogina.
Yeah, booty, vagina.
That's
a boogina.
Hilarious. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add that to my dictionary. You kidding me? Boogina.
Boogina.
Incredible, just
That sounds like
innovation.
a Dragon Ball Z character.
It do. Remember, Sailor Moon had a character named Uranus, and they had to change it to Uranus. I was dying. We all knew. He said about this vein.
Yeah,
you're right. I'm sorry. So I thought, remember, they were dealing a drug that was green. Mm-hmm. I thought it was that drug, which could have been venom. You get what I'm saying, that they were taking, because we didn't see the effects of the drugs. We just saw the people who were strung out on said drug, and they were calling it drip. So I assume that's what Batman took. But while we're on that scene, I can't believe they took a break to kiss each other while he was getting washed up.
Yeah, that whole thing. Even when they fell on top of each other, I was like, we doing the Joss Whedon cut again with Justice League with the Flash fell on top of Wonder Woman. I was like,
that was horrible.
It was bad. But I will say, imagine if you were that guy who shot Batman. Batman was done, bro.
But Batman not even as big as he's going to be. So you'd have shot Batman, but it wouldn't have been.
At this point, he's an urban legend. Like, we saw the Bat, and my boy Rex shot him. Yeah, and
he's about to clap him.
Yeah, I got him one. He was eating all the bullets. He was taking so many shots, and that's another thing about him being a rookie. Just because you bulletproof, don't mean you should be taking shots. It hurts.
Some things hurt. Like, granted, I've never done paintballing, but a lot of people that's done which I want to do one day, but a lot of people that do paintball and they say that shit hurt, and they got on like armor and stuff.
Yeah, if you get shot, I mean,
rubber bullets can kill people.
If he was getting shot by handguns, but he was getting shot by automatic weapons. I don't know the caliber of the bullets, but it didn't make any sense to me. You shoot him with a 5.5.
I mean, obviously his suit was more than like just was it Kevlar?
Yeah, Kevlar.
It's a little bit.
But it was taking more than one bullet. You know what I mean?
It was taking like
automatic. It was taking like semi-automatic rifle fire. Yeah.
When it was when the bomb went off and he was right there. I was like, his face exposed. Ain't no redness on it or anything like that.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, his face should be a little burned.
Yeah.
So because it knocked him out so bad, they took him to the station. How long was he knocked out?
Everything proof. That part where he cuts with electricity, I thought he was dead. I was like, they killed Batman.
That scene was
that scene was ridiculous.
How much voltage was going through there? Like,
he cut the pipe because it was moving. He cut the line because it was moving, and if it touched the water, everybody's gonna get electrocuted.
Yeah,
but that wasn't. He could swim. No, he got a little shocked, but he cut it, so there was no more electricity going through there. So there was no risk. I was like, can he not swim? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, the way they crafted that scene was a little ridiculous because they made it seem like, oh, is Batman gonna die? He's gonna fall into the water with electricity. They did the whole slow-mo fall and everything, and then he literally got right up.
Yeah,
like
but it was just a loose cord. He was like, let me cut this so it don't touch.
Yeah, because I was sitting next to Frankey and my other friend. We both looked at it. We was like, what the hell was the point of that scene? Like, that was stupid. Like.
I mean, but it did lead to, as Ron said, he started pulling people out of water and stuff.
Yeah. So that was the whole point of the scene, like him falling in the water and I guess dying as vengeance and being baptized and rebirthed as the Batman of the superhero. Which I will say, while I did like that scene and him like actually being a hero and leading people out, I didn't like that he was like, I can't be vengeance. I have to be hope. I was like, hope is not Batman. That's more of a Superman thing. If anything, I think he probably should have said like justice.
Okay. Justice over hope. And I mean, he's new.
It's all about the worst part of the film. They shot a black woman for no ass reason.
But she was wilding. She was wilding. I mean, I guess
she was warned. She was warned.
And Jim was like, "You bugging, yo!"
Like they out there shooting, and you like,
you the mayor. Yeah. You the mayor now. They killing mayors. They just killed the mayor last week. That's why you here.
She did that to herself.
I was more mad that she got up there, and then she wasn't like, okay, so she wasn't like, all right, give me a vest. If she was like that, I'd be like, all right. If she was like, all right, y'all, give me a vest. I gotta go out there. I gotta rally people. You get what I'm saying? Or like, at least give me a mic. She went full on naked. Sis.
I'm glad she didn't die, but she did that to herself. Like
she did that to him. No one. I was like, good for you. I think I said that. I was like, good for you.
No. Who
in
was
the
that
middle on the
actress?
Titantron, just in case they couldn't see you.
Like, you know who was that actress?
No, I don't know. I don't know who that is. And yeah, looks like you said, a black man wander on top
black
of that.
man, what he said, baby, this
Yeah,
not for us.
It's
baby.
like that thing where you see one black person running, you don't even ask questions. You ask once you get to the destination, like, what you running for?
Yeah,
like, she ain't get that memo.
You like, what happened back there? That's what you say when you get there. You muted, baby.
Yeah, you muted.
You muted.
Oh, when he pulled out the water, it's like he didn't even get shot. She didn't even get shot.
I think it was a flesh wound.
Yeah, it was like because she had a sling on. Like,
okay.
Yeah, but good for her.
I
said, help yourself, mama. Is what I thought.
Batman isn't even justice. Wonder Woman is more justice.
Wonder Woman is not justice. Wonder Woman do what she wants.
Yeah, I was like,
real justice.
She ain't justice for what she want. Is what she justice for, y'all. I don't know if Wonder Woman's
her whole thing is peace over justice. It's not justice.
But she's like she's peacemaker, but like with better branding.
Yeah.
Like she'll clap somebody tomorrow. No due process. They be like, yo, that wasn't it. She be like, damn. Hate to see it.
Yeah, but she'll also do it as like a last resort though. Like
she still do it.
But I'm saying she'll do it, but she'll do it. Yeah. But no, I forgot what I was about to say because that caught me.
We talking about the black woman getting shot.
Oh yeah, like she was warned by a black man warned her. She still went out there.
They ain't have to write that then. They ain't have to write that.
I mean,
I think that they.
But like I said, I at least appreciate that she ain't die. So.
Yeah, and I think they were trying to because they're setting her up to be the mayor for next year, right? Mm-hmm. What if they do a sequel? And I think that what they were showing is that like she is a mayor that's involved. Right, she already expressed interest in Bruce Wayne, so she's gonna be all up in his business too. So I think that was just some character building that she's hard-headed and she's not gonna listen to reason if it goes against what she believes.
But let me ask this: if she's going to be the mayor going forward, do you think this means that they're not opening the door, or they already automatically closed the door of like a Harvey Dent? Because didn't he run for mayor?
Yeah, but he can still be the DA.
I saw it already. I don't need to see another Two-Face. Like Batman has so many roles. I hate when they keep repeating the same villains. Like you made fucking Clayface. You know,
I do love me some Clayface. He's scary, exactly. And he'll fit the new like aesthetic too. Yeah.
That's actually another question I want to ask. Do you think? Because in some ways, this Batman movie was pretty grounded. In a lot of realism. I feel like not as much as like the Nolan trilogy. Mm-hmm. So with that, I do feel like, do you think they will have metahumans in this world, or are they going to try to stay away from that?
I hope they stay away from it.
If they're messing with Bane and stuff, of course they're going to go metahumans, but the level of to which they do it, you know.
But Bane doesn't have to be a metahuman.
Exactly. I said like the level of which they do it. I'm not sure.
Well, see, I disagree. I want there to be metahumans because honestly, oh wait, what's going on? What's going on?
Yo,
I'm like Batman. Like what? Ron, what you do? He coming for you?
They racing on my block. Yeah,
that was Batman chasing the
penguin. Iguanas, right?
That was downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But that was Batman chasing the penguin, which we got to talk about that car scene. But I'll get to that later. But yeah, the thing I want metahumans because honestly, I feel like we've had that already. Like how many Batman movies have we gotten? And for the most part, we never really had metahumans.
If we're going to go pick a metahuman, I think right now is the time for like Poison Ivy.
And that's what I was just about to say. Like with the way this movie ended, with the flood and everything like that, this would be the perfect time to introduce a not campy Uma Thurman version of Poison Ivy. Like he literally destroyed Gotham. You know what I mean? Like people plant, like more so plants, and you can also add a climate change element. And she better be played by like a black woman or an indigenous woman. Hell, do Afro-indigenous woman.
You said check all the boxes. Can we do
Afro-indigenous woman playing Poison Ivy?
Just a little bit of all of them. Yeah. I agree.
I would like to see her in the next movie.
I don't think a lot of people know what a problem Poison Ivy is, and I think Uma Thurman is a piece of that. But also, just in general, we just see her as like Harley's girlfriend and stuff. But like, she is dangerous. If you guys ever watched the Harley Quinn show, which is excellent, you should definitely see it. Harley Quinn, the whole premise of the first season is Harley Quinn wants to join the League of Villains, and they are repeatedly asking Poison Ivy to join because they're like, this chick is a problem. She's scary. She's a murderer. Like, she's awful. And I think that that's something that they've never really truly highlighted. And I'd love to see someone just as unhinged as this Riddler that we just saw, or even like the Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker. I want to see that translated to a unhinged woman who's like, who's Poison Ivy. I think that'd be really great to see on screen.
Yeah, they've never really
just like a modernized version, like how like the Riddler had followers. Like imagine the followers, a character like Poison Ivy have. Like,
yeah, I want her to be Brazilian. She coming out the Amazon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they never really show how powerful Ivy can actually be. Like this woman controls like plant, like she's almost on. She's not as quite, but she's almost on the level of like Swamp Thing in terms of like power. Like she's pretty powerful.
Yeah, they're quite even
like she's basically a human version of Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. Like
when are we gonna go see that?
Yeah, look, y'all, this off screen. This off screen. Don't even bring that up. Don't even bring that up. So I mean, I guess I would be open to meta-humans. The only thing that I don't like is sometimes when they bring in meta-humans, they feel the need to bring in then a meta-human or someone super or an alien to assist Batman in movies, and I don't want that to happen.
No, give us what? Finally give us the Bat family.
Give us
yeah. Like
that's a lot of building.
It is a lot of building, but like
how old is Robert Pattinson?
He's 33, so you got time.
She said, ugh. He looked younger than 33. I think.
Okay, you're right. He might age well. If he ages well, then yeah.
You know, but I'd love to see, especially Dick Grayson. I used to hate Dick Grayson, and then I really got a chance to really read through his stuff, and I was like, yo, Dick Grayson is the truth with his fat ass. It's
that's how you know. That's also how you know. But I was gonna say that's how you know some white people make it. Like a white man known in comics for having a fat ass. Like, come on.
No, it's outrageous the way they cut. I mean,
but then they criticize black people.
We're not gonna get in that combo, but yeah, I think there's a lot that could be done, and I think introducing the Bat family, you have to start with a Robin next episode, and I think showing how disturbed all of the Robins are disturbed, you know what I mean, and have been through tragedy, and how he feels like a duty to them. I'd really like to see that on screen as well.
Yeah, like even like we think about when he looked at that little boy, the other orphan after the Riddler killed the father. Like, I feel like there's room for there to be a Robin in this universe.
Yeah, as long as they show Robin once to him like maturing before he takes on a Robin, you know.
Like, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, maybe not in the second movie, but maybe the third movie.
The second movie could be a time skip.
Yeah, maybe
it could be.
Yeah, if it's a time skip, give me a nice little montage. I'll be all right.
They don't even need that. Like the way that they, like you said, the way that they were able to establish lore in 10 minutes of the film, I think they could do that again if there's a time skip. And he's like talking. He's like, I met Robin this day, you know, and he was fucked up. I needed to help him. And then like, you know, we get into their relationship later. I think that's a way to kind of get through the fluff. How did y'all feel? This is the first Batman franchise that didn't show the death.
I don't need to see it. Just like Spider-Man, I don't need to see it anymore.
Yeah, I don't need to see it.
Thank God. I'm glad they listen to us. Like, oh no, her pearls fell. Like again. Yeah. And it led to the mystery of we don't know if they died watching a movie or were they in the house. You get what I'm saying? Like, how did they die? Was he spared? I think that adds.
And I'm also interested in like because they changed Martha Wayne's origin a little bit by making her an Arkham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the dive into mental health.
Yeah, because in the comics she's a Kane, which is how he's related to Batwoman. Yeah. But like, it makes me curious of what they're gonna do in the Arkham spinoff series. That
they're gonna do Court of Owls, bro. They're gonna do Court of Owls.
And I like
Court of Owls in there.
They're going all in with this bat. Like we're getting a Jim Gordon series, which I'm like, we just do that with Gotham. We're getting a Penguin. We're getting a Penguin series, and we're getting an Arkham series.
Gotham fell off, right?
Yeah, unless they got my man. What's my man name from Guardians of the Galaxy that's doing Peacemaker right now? James Gunn.
James
They
Gunn?
just let him do everything because that's the only person I trust right
No,
now.
I don't want a
with
James
DC
Gunn.
TV.
I love James Gunn.
I don't
want
either. But I'm just saying
Gunn
that's the only person I trust with a DC show right now.
No,
Like,
there are so many. I think the issue is they always want to get a big name, but like hire some directors. HBO has the Rolodex to bring in some good directors who can, who do all their other.
Just don't get what's his face, Game of Thrones,
D&D. Yo, they're blacklisted. They are.
They were supposed to do a whole ass Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That's why they left Game of Thrones.
That's why they ruined Game of Thrones.
Rushed
Like, let's just finish this up.
Star Wars,
and then Star Wars.
They fucked up that bad.
"Oh, word? You don't think we know the people at Disney? You think we boys?" Nah. And the thing is, that probably happened at a golf game, right? He was like, "Yo, these niggas D&D just left. They barely wrote a script." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't do it because if they get a new check halfway through, they're gonna leave you." And they said, "Copy, say less." So yeah, either way, wrapping up. Tell me, Mike, what is your favorite scene?
My favorite scene is probably the car chase scene.
Why?
Because it was a moment where it really showed. And I think this is something about this Batman movie. Like, this movie showed that Batman, this is just some motherfucker, like rich white motherfucker just bored at home putting on a costume, and he loves the chaos. Like, and that's also something that they really dialed into. Like, despite there was a lot of Batman in this movie, they really zoomed into his eyes. And so Robert Pattinson did a great job with like the intenseness of his stare. And so, like, it showed that he's kind of having fun with the chaos. Like, when he was chasing the penguin, and it's like, yo, this motherfucker needs therapy. Mm-hmm. And it's just the way the scene was crap. Like, the score, that's something we didn't talk about. The score in this movie was incredible.
Y'all, the score was Star Wars. The score,
Star Wars?
Dun, 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 dun,
it did sound a little like Star Wars.
It's Star Wars, please, y'all.
But it was creepy Star Wars.
Bar by bar. It's Star Wars. It's good, but I just need y'all to know it's Star Wars.
It's creepy Star Wars, but it was incredible.
Okay.
But
it's Star Wars.
That's
why I ain't saying shit about the score. I love a good score, but
I like, because it just showed that Batman, like, he's fucking crazy. Like, he needs therapy. Like, I loved. So I like that. That was one of my favorite moments. And then also like the moments. And then also the interrogation scene with Batman and Jim Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
When they were interrogating. When they were talking.
When they were about to unmask Batman, and he got up and just started beating up the cops, and the cop was like, "I got you for assaulting an officer." He was like, "No, you're gonna get me for assaulting 3." And he started knocking.
Yeah,
Batman is reckless. He's reckless.
There was wild niggas in there. There was one entrance, and he was like, "I'm gonna figure it out."
Yeah, fuck that.
Or like when he got punched, he was like, "You could have held back." He was like, "I did."
Yo, he did not. He gassing it. My boy said,
That's the thing about that Batman. He did not hold back until like the end of the film when he realized, damn, I should maybe hold back some bit.
Yeah.
Like, as he took the beat that guy almost to death, he's like, damn, I can't be doing that. But he was beating everybody's ass like hard. Like,
washing him.
He was not holding back.
And I remember, I forgot who forced me to watch the trailer. I think it was Mike again. But when I watched the trailer and I was horrified by that scene where he's like beating up that kid in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then watching it in context and understanding that everybody is horrified by that scene in universe. Mm. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, he's trying to instill fear.
Yeah. So what's your favorite scene, Ron?
When he saves the people at the end in the water and he's helping people.
When you say for me.
I like superheroes.
Yo, Ron low-key is softy.
Yeah, Ron is softy.
I'm a gangster, yo. I got bodies.
I'm telling you, soft. And that's okay. That's okay. You like... Yeah. We like to see people murked.
But you're not the only one. It's a comment that was left earlier from Ramon Lewis. Frankie gonna clown me, but I'm prepared for it. But the scene where he helped woman onto the stretcher really struck an emotional reaction from me and got my eyes misty.
Oh, Ramon, I'm disappointed. You too, Ed too.
Yeah,
softies out here. Yo,
honestly, what about your boy Druid at the end though?
Let's get
we'll get to that in a second.
We've been going on for an hour and a half.
Can I say my favorite scene?
Talk about your favorite scene. You're not the host. Frankie the host. Let me mute him,
baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me mute him real quick.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
get him out of here.
Yeah,
get him out of here. Get him out of here. You better. No. Yo, I'm not gonna hold you, y'all. I'm a little soft too. My favorite scene is when he asked one of the Riddler people, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm Vengeance." And just he has a mask on, but you could see it in his eyes and everything. He's like, "Fuck." Because right before then he had interrogated the Riddler, and the Riddler was like, "I'm doing what you're doing."
Oh
I'm
no,
just
yeah, I love it.
And he's like, "I'm doing what you're doing." So when the guy was like, "I'm Vengeance," he said, I'm not good for the people. And just him realizing that he needs to change his model, I thought was fire. And then
I got it right. Give Ron a Snickers bar.
Give Ron a Snickers, please.
I told you we gotta have at least one grumpy old man.
One.
Oh,
so
God.
since we're going,
he jealous. I'll let Frankie host this episode.
We got
but
you.
But that goes in with like what a lot of people say, that Batman is actually making these villains. You know what I mean?
He is, and they were confirming it, and that's all we wanted, right?
Yeah.
Like whenever people critique that, it's not saying like we don't like it. I'm one of the critics, but like acknowledge it. Batman, you doing that because it's you. These people are here because of you. But yeah,
and that's one thing I love. That's just something I loved about this movie. That's very different from any Batman movie. To show like, no, what you're doing has consequences. Like all these people, you inspire. Like literally, the Riddler said, "I was inspired by you." I'm doing like literally, and it's a juxtaposition. Like usually, they always say like. Joker is the opposite of Batman, but in this movie, the Riddler was the opposite of Batman. He was doing pretty much the same thing. Like ultimately, his goal wasn't bad, but the way he went about it was bad. Like he literally was rooting out corruption from Gotham.
Yes.
It's just he was killing people doing it. So,
but he thought that was all right.
But yeah, he thought it was all right though. But and I love that, and it came from like I was inspired by you. Like this is why I wanted to meet you.
Yeah, all you do is wash up people. That's what he was saying. He was like, all you've been is violent. Why would you react so viscerally to my violence? You get what I'm saying? The only way to stop these people was to murder them. Like, yeah, I've added some flair to it, but we the same.
Yeah,
I love that.
And when he said like, I'm not that strong, but you are, and he was basically his right hand. He was using him. He was his right hand arm, and I love
them into the light.
Yeah, I love that too. He said, "Whoa, I'm not physical, baby. That's true. So yeah, honestly, and then so now let's get into the other Arkham scene, which honestly was my least favorite.
Yeah, I didn't need it.
And honestly, okay, two things. I do love Druid. I love the actor.
Yeah, Barry Keoghan's getting his bag.
He's getting his bag.
And Joker.
I love it. I love to see it. But one, I don't think we need a Joker. Like the Joker doesn't always need to be around. And I think that there's a strength in being able to show, like you said, his other villains. There's so many good villains in the Batman that I think people are always trying to recreate what Heath Ledger did. And that's why they did it. But also like, yeah, I just was like, why is he here? It didn't add to the story. Maybe for a sequel, it'll be cool later. But like, we didn't need this. Huh?
Yeah, not even a sequel. Maybe like if they do a Batman 4 or
I'm saying for them to have introduced him there, it would only make sense for him to roll up in the sequel. Right? And if he doesn't, then you wasted my time.
And I don't know if they're doing it because they're doing the Arkham series, and so he's going to play a role in that. So maybe that's why they teased him. But I'm just like, yeah, there's so many. Like, if you think about a rogues gallery, like Ron mentioned earlier, Spider-Man and Batman are like the top two in terms of like the best rogues gallery in comics. And there's so many villains that we haven't seen in a live action Batman movie that we don't need the Joker. Like, I get Joker is his like number one villain.
Yeah.
But we don't need him. Like,
it's just like Green Goblin,
Poison Ivy, Clayface, Hush. I don't want Court of Owls yet. I feel like that's more like you got to build up more of the Gotham world first before you introduce Court of Owls. Because that's
you
like
can use Court of Owls to build up the Gotham world, though.
Yeah, you could. Because I'm like, that's more like, that's more like
Warner Brothers need the
history of Gotham and everything.
We are East Coast, but we are willing to move.
A not campy version of a not campy version of Mr. Freeze, or especially like as dark as this movie was. Give me a Victor Zsasz. That man.
Ooh, you talking that dirty stuff.
Yeah.
They already introduced him though.
In this movie?
No.
Oh, you're talking about birds? Oh, Birds of Prey. But I mean, it's not the same.
Like even the way they had like Riddler say that you made me, like we could probably get like an Azrael, maybe in like a Batman 4 or 3 or something like that too. That'd be dope.
Yeah, Hush was definitely set up because they mentioned that reporter, Elliot. His last name was Elliot.
Mm-hmm.
And what up, Al? What was his name? Yeah, the reporter's last name was Elliot. So. Which is Thomas Elliott. So this could be the perfect opportunity to introduce Hush in the next villain and the next movie. Like I don't need the Joker.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Unless this is my conflict though. Druid would be a fire Joker.
Oh no, I think he would be.
Yeah, that's why I was conflicted. I said, "Damn, he gonna be good," but I didn't need him.
But did
y'all think when people bring you dessert and you like? I was full.
Yeah, dang, yeah. But
I'm gonna eat it.
But it do look good though.
I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it, but I didn't. I was on a diet before you brought that over here.
Well, I didn't know he was the Joker at first because his face looked like it was burnt. So I was like, wait, is that Two-Face?
I didn't know.
I told you it was the Joker. You was calling it Harvey Dent. I was like, why would they bring in Harvey
Dent? Because his face looked, but then when he started laughing and he mentioned, I was like, man, that's the Joker.
Y'all, we was arguing in the back of that theater because he was like, Frankie, it's Harvey Dent. And I said, why would they do a corruption storyline and then make Harvey Dent already in Arkham? That don't make no sense.
They knows him though, like just like tease him in every movie until we actually get him, like at the end or at the beginning. Like we don't get him like fully in the movie. Yeah.
I'm not opposed to. Yo, is that an old man thing? Because my dad say Thanos too. It never.
It's definitely an old man. It's definitely an old man thing. Thanos.
My dad say Thanos. He be like, yeah, because Thanos. I be like, Dad, why are you Thanos? You speak Spanish. Why are you saying it like that? You know better.
It's Thanos.
Actually, it's Thanatos, but whatever.
Give me a Professor Pig or Doll Maker. That would be Silence of the Lambs sick.
See, but this is another thing y'all need to remember. I don't want it half-assed, and these movies are PG-13.
Yeah, that's also something I
like I said, Killer Croc earlier. I could picture some weirdo sharpening his teeth with scales and like eating people and stuff like that, like Jeffrey Dahmer type vibe or something like that.
Yeah, like King Shark.
I'm gonna do that in PG-13.
Yeah, I was gonna say I mentioned this in my own live that I did not live, but my solo review that I do kind of feel like this movie was a little hampered by not going full rated R. Mm-hmm. Like even think about the scene where they where Riddler
Batman sells toys. We're not getting the rated R Batman.
So does that like they were selling Deadpool toys.
Deadpool toys as much as Batman. Batman sells toys the most.
Yeah, I get that, but you can still Batman's still gonna sell toys and be rated and still could be rated R. But I'm like, but they had the whole scene with the guy with the rats and like I think they were about to eat his face and then they cut away from it. I'm like, come on, I wanted to see.
Falcon got shot. Did somebody get shot?
Yeah, Falcon got shot and there was no blood. My man's the mayor got his whole head bashed in the beginning. There was no like trail of blood at the end. He got his finger cut off.
All they would have did was add titties and some F-bombs. Yo, I want to hear Batman curse. You telling me Bruce Wayne don't never say, "Oh fuck," like he died tight?
I mean, I've seen it.
Even Penguin, where he was like, when he thought he got away from Batman, he was like, "I freaking got you." I was like, he wouldn't have said that. He wouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Especially Colin Farrell's mouth is filthy. Like I saw his sex tape, and he was all like cussing and like, "Yeah, bitch, take this fucking dick." Yeah. I want.
My guy.
I want to see what it looked like.
It's not PG-13. This review.
I hear that.
But yeah, his mouth is filthy.
Bringing it back.
Hopefully the stream doesn't get demonetized. I'm sorry, YouTube.
Sorry. But I do agree though. Back to what we were originally talking about. It was hard to tell that it was the Joker until he laughed, which 8-Bit just said. I only knew because it was Arkham. Like if he were him, like the dialogue and it coming from someone in Arkham, the Joker is the only one who would have been like, "Hey yo, what's up? What you doing over there? I like what you got going on." And also the way the Riddler was moving, I think the Joker would have admired it. Right, like the whole plan, he would have been like, "Damn, that's some anarchy. I'm trying to get it on the ground floor with that." So yeah, I love the idea of the Joker being kind of teased a couple movies, like Thanos. It don't even feel right saying
Yeah,
it like
Thanos.
Thanos. But yeah, I can live or with or without it. So
Yeah, I didn't need it.
So-
I mean, like I was saying, especially like considering that we still like I want to see like all the other like especially like we haven't really gotten a full like version of the Penguin yet, like, and we still see him rising. Like I said, there's so many other villains. Yeah, there's so many yeah, but you don't think he's gonna be in the movies?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Especially after like the whole Disney Plus era where we're seeing actors like even John. I remember when John Boyega first came, he was like, "Yeah, you ain't never gonna see me in a Disney Plus show." Now he saw these other shows. He's seeing the bag that other people get. He's like, "Oh nah, I think I might be interested in coming back in the Disney Plus."
No, I think also when he said that initially,
he's angry still.
No, not just anger, but like at this point, I think it's hard to be considered an A-list actor without touching a superhero movie, especially a rising A-list actor. So if you never touch one, you just gonna be an indie actor now. You get what I'm saying? Because these are the blockbusters.
True.
So now he's like, dang, I'm gonna have to be up in one of these movies eventually.
Yeah, but I mean, I would like to see Hugo Strange, especially with like the Arkham series coming.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Do you think what's the name would play Hugo Strange?
Who?
Nah.
Ron, you blowing out people's ears.
Oh, with the tapping? My bad.
Yeah, on the mic.
On the mic. Yeah.
Yeah, Hugo Strange would be dope, but I think like you going in like Purple Man territory with Hugo Strange, and if it's not gonna be rated R, then.
But I mean, but to your point, if they do a series on HBO, it probably will be rated R. Already on HBO.
There's gotta be a rated R cut somewhere that hopefully that maybe like when they release like the digital Blu-ray, whatever they release, like they kind of did with Batman v Superman. Was it Batman v Superman? Yeah, they released a rated R cut. So I hope.
Yeah, I hope so too.
People bought that DVD?
Yes. A lot of people bought that DVD. Yo, don't play. No matter how bad the movies are, y'all.
And plus, there's a lot of Snyder fans.
Especially the Snyder fans. But beyond that, Batman is the biggest superhero in the world. Who you think is first? Superman?
Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man maybe now. Just now.
Yeah, now. Not just now, but now. Not just now.
now. But before that, it was Batman. Ain't nobody. If you ask anyone, it was Batman. So do not play him. So on that note, why don't let's get some ratings. How many Frankie Flames? I'll give you out of 10. I know y'all like 10s. How many Frankie Flames you giving it, Ron?
I mean, you don't do halves. I'll give it like a 9, I guess.
Okay.
It wasn't perfect, but it was really, really good.
You can do a half. You could do a half. You want to do a 9.5?
I'll do that, man.
Wow, I never thought I'd see a day.
Yeah, well, Ron, especially Batman.
Let me send you a T-shirt. What you want? You want a T-shirt of Batman, or you want a T-shirt of?
Ron's a strong Batman hater.
I love to see it. And Mike, what would you rate it?
I would probably give it maybe like an 8.5. Like, yeah, like I feel like if it was more rated R, blood, sex, gore, and magic. If it was more rated R, it'll probably increase my rating more. And also, like I mentioned, though, the whole kiss with Catwoman, I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of that straight agenda. But overall, I still really loved the movie. This is like probably my favorite Batman movie, and I would say right now, I think Bruce Wayne is still my favorite, but I definitely feel like by the second movie, as we see him grow into it, Pattinson would definitely overtake that.
Yeah, agreed. I think I'd second that 8.5. Like it wasn't perfect, but it was wildly entertaining, and I think it built, it set a stage to build an incredible world. That I'm really excited. Also, I do have to say, my Mr. You're late, James, but yes, we had all said it was better than Dark Knight.
Yeah, we said that.
That's the thing about y'all giving it 8.5. Like when we all saw Dark Knight, it was a 10 out of 10. You know
You're right. You're right. So we give it a 9 because it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect.
But it's also a different time, though. This is back when like there weren't that many.
And it's crazy how shit can change. People don't rewatch it. They won't. Change their opinion. They ride with their nostalgia. Like I thought Dark Knight was a 10 out of 10 too. When I saw this movie,
but you know what? This is the thing. I would lower my Dark Knight because I remember there was a time where I was like, I thought the movie was over, and then it was the second movie started.
Exactly.
I was like, I think it was around the boat time. I was like, this movie's still going.
Yeah.
Like, why are we still?
Actually, let me ask y'all that. Did y'all feel the 3 hours?
No, not as much as I thought.
But I was dead tired when I saw it. So that's probably what it was. So.
I didn't feel, and I thought I would, especially because like I worked that day 9 to 5, and I was like, dang. 3-hour movie. I was like, I hope I can stay awake, but I was heavily invested. The only thing I was concerned about, I was like, I hope I don't gotta pee. Because they gave us free popcorn and drinks. So I was just like, dang.
I risked it all. I was fucking up.
Yeah, Frankie was drinking Frankie was drinking like whole bottles of water and soda. I was like, Frankie, you might need to calm down.
I said, yo,
3 hours.
Yeah, I was like, we die together, yo, bad boys for life. I did not care. But yeah, I'll trying to say that Spider-Man has always been recognized. I'm not saying that he's not recognizable, but y'all, Batman, anybody, you ask somebody in the middle of Africa who Batman is, they're gonna tell you. Now, I'm not saying like just anyone without internet, anything, they know who Batman was. Now, Spider-Man is getting there now, but before
getting there,
he's there. Yeah. Spider-Man's there, but he's had the help of Black Twitter and everything else to push him there. But before then, that's why Batman was the first one to have with the Adam West show, right? In the 60s. It was Batman. Batman was the popular one. And then the rest.
Spider-Man wasn't created until the 60s,
So then know you're older. Know you're elder. That's what I'm saying. It's just longevity.
She said, know your role and shut your mouth.
I mean, and that's not to say that Spider-Man is not a highly recognizable, huge hero, right? It's just like John Cena is one of the most recognizable wrestlers in the world, right? He's not touching The Rock, baby.
That's not a comparison.
I was like, I don't think
I think it is. I think it is. I think the Batman is The Rock, and I think John Cena is as popular as Spider-Man.
Batman is Hulk Hogan, and Spider-Man is The Rock.
No,
Yeah.
That feels right, but I don't want that to be true.
Because you got a Batman tattoo, that's why.
I still think Superman is more recognizable in my opinion.
I think that's.
I think your opinion is no.
No,
I mean the S symbol is iconic.
Kids don't know who Superman is anymore. They don't have Superman book bags and lunch boxes and stuff. These kids
they started making good movies.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not even getting a Man of Steel 2, but yeah.
And honestly, if I'm being real, I can't think of any good Superman movies that I left like the way that we talking about this movie, I would not have been talking about Man of Steel like that.
No.
Only that I would have been complaining about, and that to me is the best Superman movie.
Yeah, I thought it was just
Superman 78.
Yeah. Well, he's wearing pajamas.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like that one.
I mean, for nostalgia purposes, it was
well, for its time, it was really good.
Yeah. No, for Terminator for its time was excellent.
No, okay. Terminator 2 for its time was freaking amazing.
That's when you look at the graphics ain't there, but the story and everything is there. That's what we doing. No, Alien came out that year. Didn't it come around the same time? That was great for its time.
I just know I wasn't even paying attention. I just noticed
Quail Man. You got a Quail Man shirt. Yeah, little doggy.
Yeah, y'all youngers in the chat don't know nothing about Quail Man.
All right, well, let everybody know where they can find you, Ron.
Oh, I'm Ron from Uterine Comics. It says it right there on the thing. But you can find my articles on uterinecomics.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Uterine Comics, on Facebook at Uterine Comics, and you can check my podcast at Unstandardized at UN_standardized.
Love it. And you can find me. I was your guest host today, Fantastic Frankie. If you enjoyed, what I had to say today, want to hear more, I want to do more breakdowns throughout the week. Wow. I didn't cut into your speech. Get him out of here. Yeah,
get him out of here.
Tomato, throw tomatoes. Also get that foresight off of your comments.
Naked girls keep coming back. What
she heard you say vagina, and she said,
I guess
she said I got that too. But you can find me. I have the tag here. Fantastic, Frankie. I talk about anime once I get out of this comic book, flurry. I'll throw some more anime in there as well. So yeah, thank you for letting me host, Mike.
You are welcome. So yeah, thank you for hosting this episode of the Batman. Guys, be on the lookout. Turning Red comes out next week, so I'll be reviewing that. If I was a more responsible content,
are you gonna review Diabolical? Was it too short?
I mean, I will eventually. I don't know. I might, because I thought about it, because I did watch it with Frankie.
So, yeah, we have to talk about it.
You want to talk about? I mean, the three of us. Ron, you saw it, right? The three of us could do a thing.
We could do it. Oh, next week I'm going to be in LA.
Here we go. It's always hard getting this. Frankie,
I'm only gonna go over a week this time.
Okay, what about this week? You got. It's only month. What's today's Monday? You got time?
I think we could do Thursday.
Because we don't have to do a whole hour and a half, and it doesn't have to be live. We could do like a pre-recorded.
It still be long, But
yeah, it don't have to be a whole. Yeah, it don't have to be a whole hour and a half.
I gotta do my hair and my nails. So once I get that down, I'll be clear.
But yeah, Turner Red comes out next week. If I was more responsible, I would have reviewed it or seen it a while ago, because I got the screener like 2 weeks ago. But I didn't realize there was an expiration date on the screener, so I tried to watch it yesterday, and then I looked at the email, said no, this expired like on the 1st. I was like, dang. So
I heard it was good.
Yeah, I gotta wait till it comes out on Disney Plus. Most of the times when I get screeners, they don't like. I had all 7 episodes of Peacemaker for the entire run of the show, so most of the times they don't expire, but Turner Red expired. So
we miss you too, James.
Yeah, internet's no more.
Yeah, we miss you. Yeah, get back on Instagram.
We miss you.
Yeah. I thought I found you on Instagram, and it's like, no, that's not him.
We said, who this? Yeah, dang.
Yeah, Jessica, best friend, left $10 super chat. I spent $600 for my car today, so I only have so much. Y'all wildin'. Have Frankie host again soon. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait till next Women's Internet.
Dang.
Let me stop. But
maybe when Multiverse of Madness come out.
Yeah, because
so you can defend Wanda.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, we and Frankie have a thing where we're definitely we're making it happen. Speaking it into existence. We're going to the Multiverse of Madness red carpet. I don't know how.
I saw our mutuals already lobbying. I already saw mutuals lobbying. I saw Amanda lobbying. I said, damn, we gotta get on this.
Yeah. So it's like the Little Mermaid. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's something. Yeah, we go on to that premiere. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us on the live. For all the people that were here, if you could do me a favor, if you made it to the end of this, hit the like button. Thanks for the super chats. If you're watching on the replay and you made it to the end, thank you guys for joining us. And hit the bell notification button so the next time we go live or when the next video drop. Thank you for the people that subscribed live on the stream. And I appreciate every single one of you, all my safe Gaveneers here on the channel. And we are out. I'm hungry. I'm about to order some Uber Eats and play Pokemon. Bye.